Hey guys, this is Andrew with Boston Pro Scooter. We're technicians, repair guys. We have an electric scooter shop in Boston, and this is a series reviewing electric scooters from a standpoint of repair guys, kind of knowing their lifetime expectancy and what to expect over the course of your owning this scooter. So this is the KQi3 Max. It's a very popular scooter. It's by NIU, and you've probably heard of it. A lot of people kind of rival it with Segway as kind of the two top entry-level quality brands that are out there in scooter world. So really great things about the scooter. A is its sleek design. People love how it looks. It has this like really cool gray body with really nice features. People said it looks like a spaceship, or among other things. So just overall the look is a really nice design. Secondly, the components are really well put together. When you're going through the different parts, as you kind of go through and unscrew different components among the console, you see like nice rubber gaskets all throughout, and so they've really done a good job of trying to think through the quality of the components and how it's pieced together. They have this nice LED light in the front, the reflectors, the folding mechanism, everything's just really sturdy and well built. And we've taken apart hundreds of other scooters, and you can definitely tell that that these components are nicely put together and not just kind of like haphazardly put together very quickly, but with a lot of thought. And so the build is really nice. It goes 24 miles an hour after you unlock the app, and its battery range is pretty solid. They advertise 40. Of course, as with most scooters, you're not going to really get the advertised range. You're probably going to get somewhere closer to 20 to 25 miles. But the battery's quality and it lasts a long time. And so you can expect to get a pretty decent life out of this. Now, what makes NIU stand out? They've got a 2-year warranty. So if you're the original owner, now what happens is anytime something goes bad with the scooter, you can reach out to their customer support, you fill out a form, you explain to them what's happened, and then pretty quickly they get back to you, and you either have the option of sending the scooter out to them, they're located in Canada, or they can send you the part and then you do the fix yourself, or bring it into a repair shop and they'll do it for you. Now, this is pretty solid because compared to most other companies, just reaching the scooter manufacturer, the person who sold it to you, is usually really hard. I mean, half of the scooters out there, you buy it online on Amazon, you don't even hear from them. But for NIU to stand behind their scooter for 2 years is really unparalleled in the industry. No one else does that, so that's pretty fantastic. We've had good experience. We've had 3 or 4 scooters that we've sold that came back for various issues, and we were able to box them up, send them out to Canada, no problem. There was another situation where we wanted to do the repair ourselves, so we asked for a replacement part, they sent it under warranty, and we're able to do the fix ourselves. Now, common electronic issues to expect on these guys. The throttles can occasionally go bad. I'd probably say maybe 1 or 2 out of every 10 scooters. Eventually, within a couple of months, the throttle will come back with an E3 error. And so what you have to do is actually take off the old throttle and put on a new one, and it connects into the dashboard. It's a bit of a process. It takes us maybe 30 minutes to do. It's not impossible, but it does happen. It's probably the most common electronic issue that we see on these NIU KQi3 Maxes. Thankfully, there aren't a ton of other electronic issues that we see. I mean, we've sold dozens of these, and only 2 or 3 have come back with electronic issues. One time was a motor issue, but that's probably because the owner maybe tinkered with it a little bit. There was another one that needed a dashboard, but these are rare. The electronics on these are pretty solid. They're made to handle what the scooter can do, and the scooter isn't asking too much of it. Their electronics, it's a well made piece of equipment, and so compared to other scooters out there, they seem to do very well from an electronic standpoint. You do have air tires, and so unfortunately you will get flat tires. You see them all the time, even the ones that are advertised as like self-healing or magic. Unfortunately, you're still gonna get flat tires. Those self-healing properties, it's basically this gel that's on the inside of the tire. It only clogs up like very small punctures, but most of the time you're getting bigger punctures, and so it just isn't enough to stop it from going flat. And so we do see flat tires on these pretty often, and so that's definitely something to look out for, probably once a year or so. So we've mentioned flat tires, we've mentioned the throttle issue. The electronics are pretty solid. The warranty is fantastic, 2 years. Overall, great quality build. The price is pretty reasonable for what you're getting, a 24-mile-an-hour scooter. Usually the price ranges anywhere between 700, depending on the sales that they have, all the way up to 1,000, which isn't often. Most of the time it's in the $700 to $850 range. And so, if you see it in that price range, that's typically where it usually sits for most of the year. And yeah, we have a lot of people really like the scooter. 2 of our guys here in the shop have the scooter. Only good things to say about it. For its price point, for the warranty, for the quality build on its components, overall, definitely give a thumbs up for this scooter. Highly recommend. And the one thing that I would mention, unfortunately, it doesn't have shocks, which is, for an $850 scooter, that would have been a nice feature. If NIU could come up with suspension, that would be the ultimate, perfect add-on. Unfortunately, it would add weight to the scooter, and so it'd be a lot heavier if it had suspension, and a little bit pricier. Like the equivalent is the G2 Max and 9bot, which is around $900 to $1,000. They did add suspension, but there's that price difference and weight difference too. It's about 10 pounds heavier. So for now, they don't have suspension in it. It's still pretty comfortable. People don't complain about the ride quality, but if you're in the north where things are bumpy, maybe suspension would have been nice, but that's really the only thing that I feel like is missing from the scooter, and maybe for the better, take off some weight and keep the price a little bit lower. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful. If you did, like and subscribe, and continue to check back for more future videos. We'll keep the reviews coming. Thanks and have a good one.